Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews.
Wait a minute. Isn't there supposed to be 4 of you?
Please be nice. Ow, 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 ow.
You suck.
Cowabunga! Heroes in a half shell, turtle power.
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figure. It's Donatello from the new series, Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I gotta say, I am not impressed with the artwork on this series at all. I am not an initial fan. I haven't watched an episode, I haven't brought myself to watch an episode. I've seen a few clips, and it just, to be honest, it looked like trash. I was not a fan, but I figured I'd go ahead and get the action figures, see how they looked, see if the figures were any good at all. And I found these at my local Target on the south side of Indianapolis in Southport, and went ahead and picked up the 4 main turtles. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Donatello in the packaging, and he's skinny, which is kind of weird, but kind of not, because he's supposed to be the nerd of the group. So I can kind of get down with that. Donatello has always been my favorite of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and this one's kind of an interesting take. One of the things I will say about this series, I'm not a fan of the artwork. I've already said that. It's a very colorful box, though. I do like the fact that each one of the turtles are a different species of turtle, and Donatello is a soft shell turtle, which that makes for an interesting story plot. Because, well, he doesn't have the hard shell like the others, so that's interesting on what they're going to do with that in the show. That's about the only thing that's really piqued my interest in the show. He does come with a lot of accessories, and I do appreciate that. Looks like he's got some kind of purple drone or maybe a hoverboard or something. He's got 2 bow staffs, one's translucent plastic, and he's got a couple throwing stars, so that is kind of cool. It says Donatello, he is the tech whiz, which is pretty accurate. And then we get the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle logo down there, looking all kinds of cool. There is nothing on the sides of the packaging, so just kind of a close-up. There's the artwork of Donnie. And the one thing I've noticed straight out the gate, we got red and blue goggles, like 3D type goggles, and they're just gray, which is pretty typical of Playmates. And then there's the logo right there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. We get some kind of pizza points. Or at least the front of the packaging there. Here's the back of the box, and again, very colorful. I like how every one of the turtles has their kind of color scheme in their write-up. We get a little write-up on the show itself. We get a little bio for Donnie. And then we get a list of all the other figures that are in the wave, the 4 turtles. We get April and some kind of cat alien thing. And then we've got Splinter, who kind of looks like a little gerbil. April is a girl of color this time around, which is kind of nice and different. And then we get these villains who aren't Shredder in the lot. We get Meat Sweats, I love that name, Baron Von something, Baron Draxum, I think, and then an Origami Ninja, but he's got a Foot Soldier logo, so that's kind of interesting. If you know what that's all about, leave a comment down below, because I haven't seen the show. I don't know. Here's a close-up on the write-up on the show. If you want to pause and read that, you are more than welcome to. There's the artwork of Donnie, and there's the bio. If you want to pause and read that, you are more than welcome to. And then here are all the other figures from Wave 1. So yeah, that does it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get Donnie out of box and see what we think. So here we have Donatello out of the packaging, and this is a really interesting figure. Donatello has always been one of my favorite turtles, and I'm a little disappointed that he's so small, but I guess that, that's okay. It's different. He's kind of the tech nerd, and in the past few series, they've been kind of shortening his stature and kind of making him that thin, geeky type of character. But personally, I like my Donatello all big and bulky. In fact, I like all the turtles to be big and bulky. Except Mikey. Mikey's supposed to be a little bit shorter than the others. I don't know why, he just is. Now, Donatello does come with a bunch of gadgets, which is really cool. Like the other turtles, he does come with 2 throwing stars. All these stars are exactly the same, and they look like they could attach onto a vehicle, maybe. They've all got these little holes, and I wonder if they're going to pop into, like, the turtle tank in this series. That would be kind of cool. He also comes with 2 different bow staffs. They are the same design of bow staff, but one is a translucent purple plastic with some kind of energy waves, like he's spinning it and it's going. So it's like an energized bow staff. And then he comes with one that is not. The one that's not, I guess it's supposed to be a metal pipe, and then it's got like a mace type thing at the end. And personally, I just like Donatello with a wooden bow staff. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But then again, I can also see him with like a technical staff, like one that has gadgets on it. Maybe that's why it's energized. I don't know, haven't seen the show. He does hold the bow staff pretty well. I like that. You can take that one out, and then you've got the purple one. I think really he holds the purple one a little bit better. Because it's got some little parts on it, the little energy pieces fit up around his fingers. And to be honest, I think that one looks a little bit cooler because it goes with some of the other purple on the figure. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to take this off for a second. And I will say this is the turtle that surprised me the most. He does come with a, I guess that's a drone on the back here. And if I can get this thing off, it just clips onto the back. And at first, well, let me talk about the drone first here. So yeah, here's the little drone. It's just translucent purple plastic, which is pretty cool. I definitely dig that. I like the fact he's got a drone that reminds me of the Falcon from Marvel. And something that, well, a techie soft shell turtle might do. Now, as far as articulation on Donatello here, man, he just looks pissed off. His head does move around. It moves down just a little bit. It does move up quite a bit. His shoulder here has a hinge. It twists all the way around. We got a hinge at the elbow that also twists around. His wrists twist. He has nothing at the waist. He kicks up that far. Doesn't kick back much at all. You can turn them out to kick this way, which goes really, really wide. And then he's got a single joint at the knee that also twists, which is nice. And then he has a hinge on his foot, and then the foot also twists. So yeah, very, very cool. You know, a surprising play gimmick on this guy, and you know, that really, really kind of made me like the figure a bit more. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, you know, the head sculpt's not bad for Don here. He looks a little too angry for the character, though. I'm not really sure why they did that. He's got this little blue monitor-looking thing on his arm. I'm presuming that's some kind of tech readout. That would have been cooler if it had some kind of graphic. He's got his goggles on. I liked that. It'd been better if the goggles could have moved down over the eyes, and they're all gray. On the artwork, he's got like a 3D thing going on with red and blue, which I can fix that with some paint, I guess. He's got a very short, stubby little bandana, which I like, and he's got a full bandana, much like Raphael, which is kind of interesting. I like the green color going on here. The shell armor, I definitely do dig. Again, that was a really, really fun surprise to take a look at when I pulled the figure out. Not expecting that at all, and it's kind of almost got a sewer manhole cover look to it, which I'm presuming that's probably what they were going for. But if they were doing that, I would have preferred they actually just used like a manhole cover. I think that would have been a lot cooler, and it could have said sewer, but I didn't design the show. So taking a look at the midsection of the figure, again, we get the armor plate on there, which is very, very fun. And I'm just going to kind of take this off so we can see the soft shell underneath it. Alright, so yeah, there we go. Definitely very cool. He's got the purple belt that wraps around. He's got purple bandanas on his little elbow there, which is kind of cool. I like how they kind of drape off. They look like bandanas versus actual like pads or something, which is pretty neat. He's also got the same kind of turtle logo on his belt, which again makes me think it's a communicator sitting on the belt. And then he's got these nice little straps on the other arm, which is very, very cool looking, very ninja-esque. So yeah, I mean, it's not a bad design. And again, I love the soft shell turtle design here. That's just genius. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, he's got some really long feet, very pronounced. Again, I'm presuming it's because it's a soft shell turtle. The swimming aspect to it, maybe. He's got some kind of little footies on, which is interesting. That's a bit different, but it doesn't look bad, really, I wouldn't say. He's got the nice purple protection pads on his knees that give him that kind of Donatello look. So yeah, definitely very interesting. Little skinny guy. It's some big old clown feet. For comparison, here we have Donatello with his wave mate Raphael, and as you can see, he's about half the size of Raph. Raph is definitely the muscle of the group. They really show that off with the bulk of him. And Donatello is definitely a lot slimmer, and they're going for that little skinny, scrawny geek thing with this character. And I guess they kind of did that with the last incarnation too. So is Donatello from the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a figure that you want in your turtle collection? Well, again, if you collect all the lines, you're going to want this figure. If you're collecting this line, I mean, it's obvious you have to get this figure. I will say he is interesting. He was a pleasant surprise with some of the extra features that it came with. I was not expecting. I like the drone. I think that's fun. I like the purple energized staff a little bit more than I do the regular gray one. One, it's just a stiffer plastic and it works a little better in his hands and it kind of matches the rest of him. And the shell is absolutely genius. I do have to give it that. While I'm not a fan of the artwork of this series, I think the fact that he's a soft shell turtle and he's wearing an armor shell to protect him, that is absolutely really great writing and was really, really fun. Not expecting it when I pulled it out of the package, and I have to give them props on that. I mean, I just have to. So there he is, Donatello from Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.